Time now for Second Down. Before we talked about the Giants-Pats game from a player perspective, let's go from a fan perspective now, because it's an interesting story, and we've seen this before in other games. Giants don't have anything to play for. They've already secured their playoff berth. Patriots can go for history. So now Giants fans are selling their tickets, these season ticket holders, some being offered for as much as $1,600 right now, and people are willing to pay the price for it. Jalen, do you have a problem with this?
Take the money. Are you serious? You're going to go watch your Giants play against a Pats team that they're probably not going to beat anyway. They're resting a handful of their starters, and the playoffs are next week. How about sell those tickets, host watching the game at your home, and then use that money to go get the tickets for the first playoff game?
Okay, I hear what you're saying, but I have a big problem with this because all year long I've had such a big problem. And again, I'm a prisoner of so many Giants fans here at ESPN who are so down on this team for reasons I cannot fathom, because this is a big reason why this team went 3-4 at home and won 7 straight road games, because this fandom, and I'm stereotyping here, so it may not be fair because it's not every Giant fan, but most want Tom Coughlin gone and Eli Manning gone, and most are just dreading the thought of this team winning one playoff game. So everything they can do to jump off the bandwagon now, they are jumping off to sabotage their team going into the playoffs.
They're not jumping off the bandwagon. They're being smart. It's the holiday season.
Yeah, but don't you want your fans there as a player?
The seats will be filled anyway if you sell them. The bottom line.
Yeah, with the wrong people.
Get the money.
You know what? This would not happen at Washington or Philadelphia under the same circumstances.
It will happen anytime. The Patriots are going to go for the undefeated season regardless.
Let me see if I can change your mind with this. 1992, you're playing in Minneapolis in the Final Four. I paid a lot for tickets.
The Final Four.
Wait. You're talking about NFL history,
right.
Your perfection. I could have sold those tickets and made a boatload of money, but I went to watch your Fab Five team. Would you have wanted me to sell those tickets instead and go with the money? I was a college kid. I had no money.
Of course you got to come watch the Fab Five. There's no question about it. Baggy shorts, black shoes, black socks.
But
we're not talking about the Fab Five.
I think we got it on this one.
Injured New York Giants at home against the Pats.
If I were a real Giants fan, I would have used my tickets this weekend to welcome my team back from winning 7 straight road games, including a crucial road game at Buffalo, an in-state sort of rivalry.
You can't win this one, Jalen.
But also in college, that's at a neutral situation. But in the NFL, people buy season tickets for business. It's 17, 18-week season. NBA's 82 games. Just things come up during the season.
Well, the Blazers are giving their fans some really good things right now during the season in the NBA. They've won 11 straight games. How far do you think they can actually go out west, the stronger conference that we've got?
I think they're having a tremendous season. They're a tremendous story. I love what Brandon Roy is doing. I love LaMarcus Aldridge. I think Nate McMillan's going to be up for Coach of the Year. But San Antonio Spurs, Dallas Mavericks, the Phoenix Suns, Houston Rockets, Utah Jazz. That's 5. The Los Angeles Lakers, Denver Nuggets, Golden State Warriors. So we have the 8th spot. We have the New Orleans Hornets and the Portland Trail Blazers going for that spot. I think New Orleans Hornets find a way to get that last spot.
Okay, you could be right about this, but I think that this team is going to hang in and win the 8th spot. Now, this is going to be in part because 2 teams you didn't mention. I'm not sure Yao or McGrady can get or stay healthy in Houston, and I'm starting to think that team is quitting on Jerry Sloan in Utah. I don't know something's wrong with that team. So that eliminates 2 that I thought would have effectively been, wouldn't you agree, they would have been before the season started?
But you talk about depth, and a young team, they're playing with excitement, they're getting it done, don't get me wrong, but they're an ankle injury away, they're a road trip away from really coming back down to earth.
I think they have great depth because the shock troops they bring in are as good as the starters. When you go Travis Outlaw, Jarrett Jack, Channing Frye, James Jones off the bench, I'm going, wow, I love to watch that group play.
I love watching them play, but we're talking about, are they going to make the playoffs in the Western Conference, the toughest conference in NBA basketball? I love what the Portland Trail Blazers are doing. Do not get me wrong. Do not get it twisted. But they won't make the playoffs.
And don't we run into the problems with the younger teams, too, because that season is so long for them towards the end, they start to peter out a little bit?
Maybe not. Listen, Brandon Roy is turned into a star and maybe a superstar.
Yeah, he's definitely
he is the truth.
Yeah. All right, that's going to do it for Second Down. We are halfway home coming up in Third Down. Kobe Bryant mic'd up during yesterday's game, but did we see the real Kobe? Jalen and Skip think they know, and they will talk about it. And you heard us talking about the Giants fans selling their tickets, so we want to know from you out there. Are you a Giants fan that is selling their tickets? Are you a Pats fan who bought some tickets from a Giants fan? You can let Amy Nelson know because we want to get some thoughts from you. Again, you can go to ESPN.com and chat with her. We'll get your take, and that's what we want to do right now. Amy, you actually have more people talking about the game.
Yeah, Dana, I was actually asking a lot of fans online, A, if they sold their tickets already, and B, would they buy tickets for $1,600? And this guy, Matt, said he already sold his. I said, do you have a soul? What's going on? And he said he does have a soul, but he bought it because he is spending the money on airfare to go to the Giants playoff game. So what I'm wondering, Skip and Jalen, is would you pay $1,600 for a ticket?
If I were a Patriots fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would if I had it laying around.
If you had
$1,600. Yeah, this is not going to happen for a long, long time.
If I had the money, I'd do it. But if I was a fan, I'd sell.
Wouldn't you want to see history even if you're a Giants fan?
You know where I'd see history? Right in front of my TV with the replays and my $1,600 in my pocket. Get all my money back that I spent for Christmas.
Oh, Jalen, you're disappointing me on this one. Amy, what else you got?
I'm getting like 5 people in my ear, something about a $100 million contract.
We're not talking about me. We're talking about season ticket holders.
Let's move on to Eli Manning. That's probably a little bit better topic. I think Giants fans are a little worried about the team's mentality. If they play the first string and they lose, what's going to happen in the playoffs? And Tim from New York wrote in to say, the Pats will not be stopped by a Giants team playing their starters or not. No reason to risk starters' health and Eli's mental self from the Sunday morning beating the New York newspapers will give them after they lose by 30, Dana.
Eli could play like half a second, and he'll still take a beating.
Now that's the fandom you're talking about. All negative. Because what about this? What about the confidence Eli Manning would have to knock off Tom Brady and throw for 4 touchdowns going into the playoffs?
I could see him doing that.
All right. Still to come here on ESPN First Take. It is the season for giving, and speaking of, Eli Manning and the Giants are heading to the playoffs again. But would the Giants make Eli a Christmas gift return if they could? Our football Santa, Marcellus Wiley, will tell us. Also coming up, Tavares Jackson had a rough night on Sunday as a result. The Vikings' playoff push tenuous at best. Have the Vikings lost confidence in their signal caller? We'll find out from one of the managers.